Hi, in this video I'm going to teach you how to build the benches that we used for my project, but don't feel like if you want to make an outdoor classroom you need to use my pattern. Experiment, see what's best in your community. I spoke about that in the second video, how to make a classroom and benches that will help suit your community. So to make mine, we used pressure treated wood. It's specially treated so that way it won't get all gross and fall apart soon. It's not very expensive. If you have a little bit more money, you should use cedar. It's a lot more environmentally friendly. That was just not an option with my fundraising, but if you have more funds, go with cedar. That is the best choice possible. So we got 12 feet, for one bench, we got 12 feet of 2" by 6" and 10 feet of 4" by 4" wood, and you can just go to your lumber yard and tell them that's what you want and they'll get it for you. We cut it into two 6-foot long pieces like this, and those became the seats of our bench. And then for the 10-footer you cut it into two 3-foot long pieces and then a bunch of 10-inch long segments. But the 10-inch long segments, to make them nicer, we cut them into trapezoids like that there. And we have a little 6, that's not a very good trapezoid. We cut them into trapezoids, and the angle in there is 60 degrees. So that way, when you assemble it, that's what's going to be attached to the bottom of your bench to attach the legs to the seat. And so that way you can kind of put your legs there and you won't have the awkward corner hitting you. So now to assemble the legs, you take two of those little trapezoids and you put one of those posts in between them, like that drawing on bottom there, down there. This is in mirror, it's really hard to do. And so you have two of those, and this post is sandwiched in between them, and then you need to drill all the way through it and put a threaded dowel through, and then put a washer and a nut on both ends, make it nice and tight, make sure it's flat. And so I'll put a picture at the end of what the benches finally look like, and you can kind of see how they're assembled. You want to do two of those, so have two of those standing there. And you want to get some extra friends, and you want to hold it flat. So you want these two things, these two legs with the trapezoids on top, held flat. And then you want to put the two bench seats, those 6-foot boards, in the middle. We have our legs, the outer trapezoid is 1 foot in from it, and they're 1 foot long, so the inner parts are 3 feet apart, 2 feet apart, something like that, math. And then you just want to take some either ceramic screws or some galvanized screws, stuff that won't get all disgusting and rust and fall apart, and you just want to screw them in a little bit, drill them down. You might want to put in pilot holes so that way you don't split the wood. And like I spoke about in my last video, if you don't know how to do this, get help. You don't want anybody getting hurt. Always have proper supervision, have an adult at least in the room. The benches are pretty heavy, so be careful when you're carrying them by yourself. Also, from the 4x4s, you're going to have some extra scrap. It doesn't add up, since you only need, for the 10 inches per bench, you can save the rest and use it to either make something else in your classroom, or use it to make something else in your classroom, or use it to make more, of them, and then you can save wood at the end, and that's really a good thing because wood costs money, especially if you're using cedar. Wood prices change a lot, but I can tell you what I paid for it at Kuchen Brothers. It was $10 for the 12-foot 2x6s and $14 for the 10-foot 4x4s, and that was for pressure treated, and it was like twice as much if you went with cedar. So it would be like $20 to $30 if you're getting a piece for cedar, and it was like $10 to $15 for pressure treated. But wood prices change a lot. It's kind of like oil and gasoline. So I hope this helped. I'll put in some pictures. I know it's pretty hard to listen to me talking and then kind of visualize it in your mind. So I'll put in some pictures of the benches after this, and hopefully that'll help you get a good idea. Also look on Instructables at other types of benches, or think about how you can design your own types. Best of luck. Bye.